Hello there, everybody. Another time here for one of my YouTube video blogs, or vlogs as you crazy kids call it these days. I'm working right now on a short story for an anthology that I'm going to be published in October. I've been invited to participate in the Witching Hours Zodiac collection coming up. I mean, it's not coming out till October, so there's plenty of time, but you know me, I like to write. I got this fresh story in my mind. The premise is everybody got randomly picked to do a different zodiac sign. I got the Gemini, which, I don't know much about zodiacs, so I looked it up and did a little bit of reading on it, and the twins. So I'm thinking to myself, in classic Yoakum style, I don't want to give away too much yet, but I have started writing on it, so I can tell you a little premise about it. And before I do that, there's a little backstory. In this, I don't want to say if this actually happened or not, but in 1954, I think it was, in Japan, this guy was detained by customs because his passport said he was from a country called Torrid, which existed between Spain and France. Of course, that's not a real country. But the next morning, he vanished from a secured room, because they were detaining him to find out the truth about him. His passport was legitimate, but it was issued by a country that didn't exist. His bank was a bank that didn't exist. And the company he was traveling to never heard of him. And, after he disappeared, it kind of got forgotten for all these years. And it recently, I think, came up, on the internet. And so I thought to myself, I can incorporate that into this because it involves twins. And just a little bit about it, my main character is going to be from that parallel world where supposedly Torrid might exist, and he comes into our world during May, which is where the zodiac for Gemini is active. I haven't got all the details yet on how this is going to be working but he'll be split into two when he comes to our world. His other half will be very evil and a sadistic serial killer. And he's going to have to find his other half so they can merge back together and safely get back to his dimension of origin. But he can't pass back through the portal until they both get there together. If he were to walk through the portal, he's just going to not go anywhere. It has to be both of them. But he is going to be psychically linked to this serial killer version of himself, which, that's basically the main premise of it. Still working out all the details, but I have started writing the rough draft. So it might change, it might not, but that's going to be the general premise. And it's going to be a bunch of us authors. Everybody's going to have a different aspect of the Zodiac, so stay tuned to Facebook and to my YouTube blog here, because I'm still going to be talking about it, every so often to try to promote it. And come October of 2019, it'll be available. So that's that. I'm working on that. I got 3 projects I'm working on right now. Hold on one second. That's some high quality H2O. Working on 3 projects. The priority one right now is this anthology because it's a short story. I can knock it out fairly quickly if I'm focused, but, I still have to go through, getting the editing done and everything and, whatever else I have to have done to it. So it's not like I'm just going to knock it out and then, okay, it's done. I don't write that way, because after I'm done with the story, a lot of times I'll sit on it for a while and go back and reread it, and then I'll find somebody to, do the spell checking and the editing on it and catch any mistakes. So besides that, which I'm calling right now Gemini Murders, that's not going to be the full title. That's just my working title till I can come up with something clever. Besides that, I'm also working on Folklore Series Book 3, which is going to be about an incubus causing sleep paralysis, which I have had happen to me a few times. Sleep paralysis is not fun. And the Targathian Crimson Death, which is book 2 of the trilogy. Basically, that one's halfway done, but I kind of took a break from it to do this one. I have the outline done for Incubus. I just haven't actually started doing the writing on it yet. I don't want to have too many writing projects at once because it might overwhelm me, especially since I can't write all day. I got to work my damn day job. Maybe, you know, I'm getting closer to being able to quit that job and write for a living. That'd be nice. I would rather work 14 hours a day doing my writing and editing for people and all that, you know, all that type of a job than work 8 hours a day pulling orders for another company. Not that that job's not important. Every job is important to whoever you're doing it for. But as for me, you know, I'm 43. I don't want to be working in a warehouse, driving a forklift and lifting heavy things until I retire. You know, by the time I retire, my body's going to be so bent out of shape. I'll be lucky if I can even sit in the chair to write. I'll have to get one of those voice things and, you know. I tried that one time. Don't remember the name of the product, but you talk and it types it out for you. You have to talk very slowly and clearly like this. And I can't do that when I'm doing a story. I have to talk like I talk. So typing's easier. So either I get to where my books take off, or I can hopefully win the Powerball at work, because we all play that. And I play the Powerball too because I don't want everybody else to win and me show up one day because I didn't participate and be the only guy in the building. Because if that happens, I'm just going to turn around and leave anyway. So if I'm going to quit that job, I might as well be in on the Powerball. Which, well, I haven't checked the numbers, but, you know, maybe Monday when I go in, I can come right back home. Here's hoping. Well, that's it. I got to get back to work. Like I said, stay tuned for more information on the Witching Hour Zodiac. Like I said, there's a lot of us in on this, and we're all going to have really cool stories, each pertaining to a different aspect of the Zodiac. You can look it up on Facebook, and like I said, keep on checking it out, and subscribe to my YouTube channel here for further updates on all my writing stuff and everything else related to the hashtag writer's life. I'll be doing some more videos soon on other people's books. You know, I like to every once in a while do a shout out to people for all my independent author friends who I've read their books, because there is a lot of talent out there. So Hollywood, quit remaking stuff, pick up an independent author's book and take a chance. You know, because frankly, we're all getting tired of classics from the 80s being remade. Except for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You guys keep it up. You guys are awesome. And God willing, you can get a hold of the Fantastic Four and the X-Men and do a decent job of it, like you have with Captain America and Avengers and Thor. You know, all that stuff. That stuff I'm good with. And maybe the next G.I. Joe movie can actually have a decent Cobra Commander, kind of like the second one. You know, that was actually a good portrayal of the Commander like I pictured him in the comic books I read as a kid. Not that sniveling, star-screamed voice guy going, ah! That Cobra Commander was just an idiot. The comic book Cobra Commander, he was awesome. Okay, I'm rambling again. I gotta get back to work. Everybody, have a good weekend, and stay tuned for more updates. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Giggity.